All right, you sexy motherfuckers. So coming in hot, coming in thrift shop store style, recording this audio vlog at home or this video vlog because I was so excited to bring it for a Sunday evening. So, had a great week of training, just back from Portugal again for an actual holiday. Obviously, I was still working and training a lot, but it was a holiday with the fam. So, a couple of good sessions. So, this is a session before I left. So, going heavy on the clean sand straps, of course. So, hit that 150 in this session. So, not unhappy with the 150. So, I'm happy with the weight because 150 is a progression in terms of weight in the training block. So, that's perfect. Can't be mad at that. It was up 10 kilos. And the technique was quite good. I'm reasonably happy with it. It is progressing. It's not where I want it to be yet, and there's still a lot of things I want to work on. Still a lot of aspects that Anton wants me to fix, and there's still a lot of things that need to be better at the heavier weights. But it is improving, and I improved much more later in the week, which you can see on my Instagram. It was a couple of 140 block snatches or block cleans, and 140 cleans from the floor, which I was very, very happy with, specifically the 140 clean from the floor, which you can see on my Instagram, but I won't put up here because it's vertical video syndrome, and that's disgusting. So, very happy with those. Actually, I'll put up the 140 here on the side just so you can see. And here we're just at around 100 kilos. So, taking, like 10 kilo jumps all the way up. Hook grip, feeling pretty solid. Holding the hook grip in the rack position. Barbell is touching my shoulders now that it's over 100 kilos. Mostly what I'm focusing on is a million different things. So I'm focusing on keeping my shoulders over in the start position, keeping my shins vertical, keeping my hips back, keeping my hips pretty high. And then when I'm moving the barbell, I'm not pulling with my arms. Didn't do a great job of that. I was pulling with my arms a lot. You'll see it a little bit more on the heavier weights. And that really does affect the barbell speed, affects the timing. It affects how fluid the lift itself is. So, it's a couple of things that need to be fixed. So here's 130. Making contact a little bit too low, but mostly what's the issue is I'm putting my shoulders back slightly too early and hips in a little bit too much. I also need to fix the bottom position where my hips are too vertical, so I'm too upright, and Anton doesn't think you can catch the best timing like that position if you're too upright. If the hips are back, it's a more efficient movement. So here's 140. 140 was quite nice. Good timing on this. And then just straight to 150 because I was like, right, fuck it. Get the 150 done because I knew that's what I wanted that night. And it looks a lot better than it felt, as weightlifting always does. See a little bit too much arms and a bit of a smashy contact. But a solid weight for now. It'll do for now. Then we moved on to the squat. Here's 220. So as I said, I knew I wasn't happy with the max I hit at the end of the RT. I knew I was capable a lot more after that training block. So I gave it 2 weeks. And then I was going to bring in my knee sleeves after the training block, where I do the first round of RTA, bring in the knee sleeves. I have more knee sleeves in years. And then I brought back in, I just got them the day before the new SPDs. I got new SPDs for myself for extra large. Here's 240. I'm like, right. We know where this is going. So next up, win 245. So 240 was what I think I was actually really capable of at the end of the RTA. Here's 245. Could have left at 245 for 25 kilos further on the last max 2 weeks beforehand. But that moves really well. Positions weren't fantastic and I could have been better with them, but they'll clean up. And then I was like, right, let's hit 250 and this 250. So good and solid. Could be better, but going incredibly well. All right, welcome to the training vlog. Today we're going to do that AMRAP that I promised for a free box to Seek Sleep. The AMRAP is, as of yet, at an unknown weight. I don't know what the weight is it's going to be. It's whatever the most weight I can fit on the bar. And then I'm going to do as many reps as I can with it. No belt, but doesn't matter. We're currently in Lagos, staying at the hotel. Very nice hotel. And we're going to go to Lowe's, where Titan Fitness is, where we had our weightlifting camp, which I really loved, which was great. And I might do a heavy jerk first. I did split jerks in the front yesterday for the first time in 4 months or 3.5 months or something. I did 150. Felt quite nice. So I'll keep dabbling in a split jerk the odd time, but we'll keep it at the behind the neck jerk. And cleans are going really well. Really happy with the cleans going. Hitting 140 3 times this week now. 3 different sessions, I think. So they're going well. Trying to do the stuff Anton gets me to do, but it is pretty tough. But I will persevere, and Anton will do his best to fix my shitness. But let's go to the gym. Had my pre-workout carbohydrates and protein. 50 grams of protein, 75 grams of pre-workout carbs, 75 grams of intra-workout carbs. Normally has creatine and EAAs, but I don't have those. I didn't bring them with me, so the carbs will have to do. And it's I think I know the weight. I think it's probably 210, but let's see. Back in Luge, or late, yeah, back in Luz in Portugal in Titan Fitness, where we had a weightlifting camp, training with my friends. And today I was going to do a heavy behind the neck split jerk, and I knew as soon as I touched that barbell, as soon as I felt it, I was like 170s on today. So the most recent max I did was like 5 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I did it 150. That was very, very easy. I did 140 by 3 the week before I left, and I knew I was probably capable of at least 170. So warming up for this, hitting those 120s, I was like, oh shit, it's literally, this is it. I was like, I'm definitely going to hit 170. So it's going as fast as possible. Main technical error here is my chest is dropping very, very consistently. You'll see in the dip and drive. So really need to focus on the upper back tightness and the chest angle. So much better on the 150, and it makes for a better jerk. My left elbow is locking out perfectly, but my right elbow still isn't back to 100% yet. It's like 90%. You can see it here on the right hand side. So that was 160. That was super easy, but I wasn't stopping at 160. Here's the 117. You'll see that right elbow just annoying me a little bit. No pain, just the lockout isn't returned yet in the tissues. So 170, moving quite well. Couple of technical things that I do need to fix, and I really need to fix that elbow extension, some soft tissue work. But happy at how it's progressing, and I just need to work a little bit harder on that elbow extension. So warming up, I had that challenge up on Instagram and on the YouTube shorts, where I said if someone guessed the correct max weight that I could probably load on the bar and the number of reps I do, you'd get a free box of Seeker Strength. And 2 people on Instagram guessed it. So here's 180, bars moving. And I was like, whew. I was kind of hoping I could get more than 210 on the bar, because I didn't really want to do an AMRAP at 210. But an AMRAP at 220 is pretty spicy. So here's 200, last warm up. And I was like, oh. I was like, let's Jimmy rig this a little bit. Put on some bands, full on CrossFit style loading. And here's a top set of 220. I'll let you listen. Thanks for watching the vlog. Great week of training. I am going to keep it rolling. Thanks, guys.